All right, all right. Welcome back to Showboating Sports, man. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. Right now, we're going to go ahead and get started. You guys here, you see the topic. The WBC ordered Shakur Stevenson versus Pitbull Cruz, plus a few more fights that they've ordered. But we're going to talk about that in this tonight live. So thank you guys for coming back to the channel. We're going to go ahead and get everything set up, start letting everybody roll up in here in this camp. We got to let the usuals come on. We always start at 10, so now we're just a little bit here on time. So right before we ready to start the show, we're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling. Also, let me go and get this thing in here right here. All right, we're going to have to open up these phone lines too. League of Legacies, what's going on, man? Appreciate you rolling up in here, fam. Yeah, man, we getting this thing up and rolling tonight. Got a lot to talk about, WBC ordered a fight between Shakur Stevenson and Pitbull Cruz. What you think about that, man? We're gonna have to talk about that. Man, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk, man. We got a lot. We got a lot to talk about, man, tonight. You know how we do, you know how we get into it. So we might as well just jump on. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this right here started, because that way the phone lines will go ahead and be open. Get all that together. So Will Peoples, what's up with you, man? Try to sign on right on time for you, maybe a few seconds early for you, man. Appreciate you rolling up in here, fam. Anthony Johnson, what's up with you, man? Salute. Appreciate you rolling up in here, fam. Y'all see the topic. WBC ordered Shakur Stevenson versus Pitbull Cruz. Did we not talk about that last night? We all said it. It should happen. They ordered that fight. Will we get that fight? That's what we need to know. All right, it's a good fight, but I think let's get everybody up in here, man. Let's start getting these words up on the screen. I'm gonna go on down through them. That way, when we come off the live, everybody else will see it, because you know how it does. They make sure that they erase all comments, so when people go in, they don't get to see the comments. So, okay, so here we go. Let's get on going. He said, Pitbull will pull it off. He's hungry. Will People said Pitbull will win. He thinks he's hungry enough to win. League of Legacy said it's a good fight, but I think Shakur will handle business. Anthony Johnson said Shakur gonna smash him. It's gonna be a good fight, man. But I think Shakur Stevens is gonna be a little too much to handle, man. Will People said, thank you, show. Just been exhausted since surgery, but I'm healed up now. Okay, cool. Glad you're feeling better, man. Glad you're feeling better, man. Glad you are, man. And one good thing about it is you still can get out, be a little bit more active right before that winter kicks all the way in. You ain't got to worry about that winter pounds so much, because you're trying to heal, so you can get yourself back out, get back in there. You know what I mean? Before that weather really changes up and locks up on everybody, man. We getting these little heat waves, but I think the weather's going to change big time that the storm went all the way through. Salute, Mr. Finesse. Appreciate you rolling up in here, fam. You see the title tonight. Did we not just talk about this last night? We said, did we not say that Shakur Stevenson and Pitbull Cruz would be a really good fight? Would be perfect. Shakur IQ is going to have him showing out. I agree it will. Said WBC ain't playing. Nah, none of them are playing, man. None of those guys are playing, man. I told you, they lost money. What happened was the networks and everybody was hinged up on Crawford and Spence, because everybody wanted to work around that. Nobody wanted to choose a fight date, and then those guys' fight is kind of close, PBC, Showtime, they want to make sure they put most of their big time dollars back behind that fight, and they didn't want no other fight, so everything was hinged off of it. So everybody lost money in that. Come to find out, Crawford was already in talks with those guys all the way back in June. So when he started talking to PBC, he was already talking to BLK. He was already talking to him, man. Already talking to him. Said Cruz getting love off a loss. Shakur will make him look average. Shakur will. And Shakur, let me tell you something, man. I don't see him getting past that jab. He said, let's see if WBC can actually make these fights happen. Yeah, I like to see that. I like to see it. Do you see Crawford interview show? It was on DAZN. Now, I haven't caught it yet. Haven't caught that yet. I'm gonna go catch it. Damn, Bud really effed up. Yeah, he messed up everybody, man. And the thing about it is see, everybody gave them Bud, Spence, PBC. If you notice something, the whole sanctioning bodies, nobody got in between that fight. Nobody did. Everybody lost money. So you had Boots that was waiting. You had ESPN. I mean, not ESPN. You had Showtime. You had PBC. Everybody was hinging on that fight. So they wanted to build everything up off of that fight. Let that fight hit, then bam, you make that money, then let some moments come in. And they might have would have had one more fight before that, but they wanted to make sure that the bigger fights would be after that. That's what I'm thinking, because that's why they didn't roll anything out. And if you notice something, now they're scrambling. You hear about all these fights and everybody's trying to put it together. Bud messed up big time. He messed the bag up for everybody. Legal Legacy said, BLK is perfect example of why you pay attention to what else is going on before you pick a date. And Crawford is a perfect example of why you listen to your lawyer and don't go on the stand. Hey, let me tell you something. That right there, that statement runs deep. That ain't the best one. Hold on, there you go. Hey, shots fired at Bud and them. That statement runs deep. That's why you listen to the lawyer and don't get your butt on the stand. You let the lawyers handle that stuff, man. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do. Bowling cares about Bud. Yep. Bud only cares about Bud. That's it. And you know what? It's so messed up what Bud did, man. What up, Chris Trucker? What's up with you, man? Did you check out Street Beats? Oh, yeah. I actually hit you back. You was fighting Midnight Guru. Yeah, I saw that. I saw you fight Midnight Guru, man. Pretty tall dude. You know what? He couldn't work that stick. He couldn't work that jab. When I first saw your stance and I saw his stance and I saw how you got down on your knees and had you some room and the way he was standing, I already knew you was going to win that. Fight. And then you was going vicious on that body. He didn't like those body shots, but I saw where you ran out of gas a little bit. You start getting tired. If you hadn't got a little tired, you could have got him out of there. Because when you start hitting him, he didn't have an answer for that. You didn't have an answer for those body shots. Those body shots was good, man. You caught him a whole bunch of times. Few times he froze. When you caught him with a couple of good body shots, you actually hit him right up under here when he had his arm up. He was putting his arm up in there. You caught him right up under that armpit. He was froze. He even let you hit him in the face. I said, man, if you could have cut it off a little bit, but you know what? From the way the Street Beats boxing thing was, it looked like y'all was kind of on an incline. I don't know if that was the way the camera was or not. I'm not sure, but it looks like you guys were kind of like up and down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was perfectly flat. I say it was, but just off those angles looked a little bit off. But yeah, I saw that match, man. I saw that. I watched that whole thing, man. All the way to the end where they raised your hand. But I said to myself, I knew you already had that. I already knew you had that fight. Yeah, you had that in the bag, man. Like I said, straight off, he couldn't even work his jab, man. He had some long arms, but he couldn't work that stick. And they kept telling him, work that stick, man. Work it. Work them arms. He couldn't do it. Because you know what? He couldn't pop that jab in and out. He was using it and trying to hit them home runs. And every time he did that, you got real up close to him and worked that body, boy. If you guys haven't seen the Street Beefs, I went and checked Chris Trucker out. It was a good bout, man. Yeah. I only saw that one. That's the only one I got to see right there. What's the site? Yeah, man, it was good. I'm gonna go watch some more of it. I definitely am. I definitely gonna watch some more of those. Hey, when you see those things, boy, you like, those things are gold, man. Get your little money together and get them done. I need to start some of them in my city, man. But you know what? One bad thing about it is, man, you got to really be on top of that stuff because people get beat up and that kind of stuff, man. They'll be ready to go out and shoot. Hold on one second, guys. Here we go. We got somebody calling in. Hey man, hold 1 second. Hold 1 second for one second. Hold on 1 second. Let me get you on here because for some reason, man, it is showing that I don't have you. Hold on, man. That's what happened. My finger. Hold on 1 second. That way everybody can hear you. Hold on. Hey, that's my fault, guys. What happened was when I had it up here, I guess touching the phone, it cut it out. So have him right on. Bam. We are on. All right, here we go. All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hey, what's going on, man?
All right, man. You in. We hear you loud and clear, man.
Cool. I'm not going to take too long. I just had to ask you this question, man, because I'm still trying to figure out how Bud is doing an interview on In the Zone, and he still hasn't done one on BLK yet.
Exactly. Hey, tell everybody who you are. Tell everybody who you are. That way they can hear you. Because I don't think
Legal Legacies, man.
Legal Legacies is in here, guys. And so he's saying, have we seen that? No, I haven't seen that one, man. And I didn't know he did that. Why would he do it for the Zone before he does it for a BLK? What do you think that is?
Hey, he just don't know what he's doing, man. I think as a collective, they all don't really know what they're doing because, like, straight up from the beginning, you know, he's very reactive. So when Errol first put out that, I think the fight ain't going to be happening because, you know, we ain't hearing back from him and whatnot, and Terrence came out, and so he should have just stayed quiet because at that point, he changed the narrative because from my understanding, apparently BLK had a plan, I guess, for everyone to start talking about it later on the next week. And so because Terrence responded or he came out, you know, trying to, you know, get in front of it, everybody was talking about the wrong thing. Like they just talking about BLK in a bad way, or they're just talking about the fights happening there, but nobody's talking about actually getting on BLK. So what most people look at it and they're like, well, $50 million or $10 million, whatever you want to look at it, you know, like they're not going to recoup that from the fight.
Right.
I don't think they were thinking that. I thought they were thinking it from the app, but nobody pushing the app. So it just don't make sense.
Right.
From that perspective there, because to this day, nobody has said, yo, go down a little BLK. They talking about the seats that are being sold, you know, in person, but nothing on BLK. So just overall, it doesn't make sense. And they just should have told him straight up, like, if you're going to tell your story, like, tell your story on the app so people have a reason to download the app. You know, like, don't tell it on somebody else's app.
Hey, you know what, man? Hardly nobody caught that yet. Because, you know, everybody's so pissed off at Bud and all the stuff he's doing, right? With these antics, right? You ain't even really recognized. We know he ain't said nothing about the fight, right? But like you said, they haven't even pushed the app.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I wasn't going to keep you. Just overall, just looking at it all and listening to Bud.
Right.
I don't think he really cared about boxing. He just cared about what boxing can do for him.
Yeah.
Because he, like, when you look at the rest of this year, like Christmas coming up and everything, like he literally screwed all the other boxers that could have been fighting and making money. Like he talking about all the stuff he got stacked up, but it's a lot of boxers. Like this is they bread and butter. Like they don't eat if they're not fighting.
Exactly.
So you held up all these fights thinking about yourself, man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Hey man, I appreciate you calling in with it, man. That's some serious smoke right there. That's a good angle right there, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, take care.
All right, man. Catch you in the chat. Yeah, man, that's a good one, man. What's going on, Adrian, man? What's going on, everybody that just rolled up in? Yeah, man. Reggie Perkins said Cruz is low-key a dirty fighter. Shakur better keep his head on the whole night. So his head better be on a swivel the whole night, making sure Cruz is not doing something dirty. Yeah, man, we're here going at about Shakur Stevenson and Pitbull Cruz, and they said Crawford was on the Zone. Haven't got to check that out yet. But as Legal Legacy just now called in and he said, hey, he says, funny, he goes and gets on the DAZN app and talks, but he hadn't even talked about the BLK app. And I'm like, yeah, because I didn't even know it was on. I haven't caught that one yet. But I do know that Bud, come to find out that Bud has been Bud been knowing about all this all time, man. It's just been one lie after the other. That's what it's been. Chris Trucker said Shakur is going to pick him apart. Yeah, man, he's got that stick, man. Shakur's got that stick, man. He's gonna put that jab out there, man. He's gonna move and all that stuff. And Cruz got to come in there and get him. He's got to come in there and get him, but it's not gonna be easy to go get Shakur, especially with Shakur fighting a lot of bigger fighters. So Shakur is always sparring with bigger fighters like Ugas and everybody else. T Ward, what's up with you, man? He said you said you just left AM Media. Okay. And okay. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Hey, they need to come kick it with us, man, because we be over here getting down and cooking, man. Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Make our night. Yeah, we're gonna be on that show come Sunday at 4:00. Yeah, you guys want to definitely tune in to that Sunday 4:00. I'm gonna be on that show over there, AM Media. Yep. Hold on, let me get this. Said Will Peoples, before the Cruz hype, I seen him on a few undercards, and yeah, he likes to sneak some dirty tactics in. Yeah, he does. He said if Shakur had a little more power, I think he has more than Haney, though. Yeah. Shakur, I say Shakur has a little bit more power than Haney. I say he does. I say he definitely does. Thanks. Okay, appreciate you, Isaac Green, for rolling up in here, fam. Appreciate it. We're here cooking, and standing on it 100%. Exactly. That's what we do. When we say it, we stand on it. Yeah. Said Shakur will be putting light weight on notice with his performance against Pitbull. Yeah. We all said this last night. We said Shakur Stevenson needs to have a fight like that before he jumps into a fight with Devin Haney and all the rest of them, just to get acclimated to the weight, which I think he's already there anyway. But this way you can see what he can do. Because if he fights Tank, if he fights Tank or Devin Haney or any of them guys, they won't get the full credit, which I think he's ready for it. I think he don't really need a tune-up or one fight to show he's there. But I think to the public and everybody else, he definitely needs to show it. Just like how when Spence got hurt, what did Bud say? And I do respect Bud for that. When Spence came off of that wreck, Bud said, "Nah, I don't want to fight him now. I want to see him fight again, and that way I get the credit." Well, I want everybody to see him fight. Make sure the accident didn't hurt him, and that way I can see him fight again, and that way I can get my full credit, because I beat him now. They're gonna say it was the wreck, and I can respect that. So that's what I was saying about Shakur Stevenson. He definitely needs that one fight. He needs that one fight up there to show everybody. He said, stronger as he gets used to his class. Yeah. But the thing about it is he's a big fighter. You know what I mean? He's a big fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a big fighter. Y'all think, he said, don't be surprised if Earl drops that WBC belt. Let's see what he does next. Well, if he's already got a fight in, it's gonna be he doesn't have to take that fight like tomorrow. You know what I mean? But we have to see. But they putting everybody on notice that they not getting ready to let everybody get away with that same stuff Bud got away with. They like, man, we done missed out on a lot of money. And guess what? We need to see some fighting going on. Y'all know what I'm saying? Yep. Hold on one second, guys. Yeah, man. I was looking for this. All right, here we go. Yeah, man. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, man. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that this Shakur Stevenson and what's them gonna go to full? I don't know if Shakur can stop him, man. I'm not sure. Shakur said that he's having problems with his hands. Yeah, he said his hands is kind of like Floyd's. What y'all buy that, or y'all think he just don't have enough power? What do y'all think? You say you think so? You think that his hands are brittle like his? He said he's having hand problems. That's what he says. Yeah, I like to know if y'all buying that or not. You know what I mean? So let me see. Yeah. He said, Crawford said, I don't want excuses. I'll wait for him to be 100%. Some say he took a backdoor deal and wants no part of Soldier like Spence. Now he don't. He don't want it now. Well, listen. He wants that easy money, man. Yeah, it's going to 12. Okay, but a master class. Okay. I think, man, Shakur is going. I don't think Isaac Cruz has enough for Shakur. I really don't. Listen, if he can't capitalize on a one-handed Tank, but his last fight he did a whole lot better. You know, well, he wasn't fighting Tank either, but he did show a little bit more on his last fight. I like that. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's going 12. Yeah. And Gerald said, especially after Ugas. Oh, after that Ugas fight, Bud saw he's really there, right? But Bud got them diva problems, man. I'm gonna do a video about Bud tomorrow, Bud and Spence tomorrow. It's not gonna be really repetitive, but it's gonna come from another angle about what I think about the situation of that. It's gonna be a little quick, small video I'll have up tomorrow. I want to work on it and put it out. Yeah, Shakur just pulled a Margachito and plastered his hands. yeah. Nah, but Shakur, man, I don't know. Maybe he might need to get somebody else to wrap him. But my thing is, if you got them brittle hands, you still got to be able to hit hard enough to keep people off of you. And that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem if you already got it and you still down in weight like that and you're not stopping people. See, Floyd was stopping people at 135. He didn't have it. He didn't have it. But Floyd said he started getting other people to wrap his hands for him. Maybe he needs to get somebody else to wrap his hands. Because you can't be in there with Dev and them talking about my hands are brittle. You got to hit them guys. You got to hit them. Says similar to Floyd and Madonna. Yeah, well, you know what? That's a good assessment. Do y'all think Pitbull Cruz has enough skills like Madonna has? Madonna's got a little bit of skills, man. Pitbull Cruz, I don't know. I need to see them in there with somebody just like that, like Shakur. We'll know. You know what? This is a good fight. I ain't gonna turn them both down. I need to see it. You know, I need to see that fight happen. But I give it to Shakur Stevenson because I think Shakur Stevenson is the total package. You know, I really do. As far as Mexico City Pitbull, he's going to be bobbing and weaving, trying to get inside. Shakur is going to be jabbing, circling, and throwing uppercuts. A rough war. A rough, thorough war. Yep. Oh, okay. T-Word said he thinks Pitbull Cruz has a little bit more skills than Maidana. I had to see. You know what? I've only seen a few fights with him. Haven't done a whole lot. Just really, the Tank fight is really the first fight that I really caught a Pitbull Cruz. That was really the first one. So, and that fight right there, he did okay. But I think that he should have been able to capitalize a little bit more. He said, Bud, no, he can still fight Earl after that money fight in December show. We all would have done the same. I wouldn't have done the same. Me personally, I wouldn't have. And the reason why is because I'll tell you why, Anthony, why I wouldn't have done the same. If I was Bud, I would have fought Spence. For the simple fact, Bud gets control of those belts. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? He beat Spence. He's two-time undisputed, right? Plus, with him fighting with Spence, it would have been a rematch, or after that, him going up to fight Jermell. Bud is the hottest thing in boxing. He names his ticket. Everybody would tune in if he beats Spence. The problem is if he goes in there and fights this guy, David Avocado, and he gets hurt or looks bad, it's going to hurt him real bad. And he's not making as much money as he said. Remember, Adrian, he said, not Adrian, hold on. Anthony, you remember he said, that he was going to get 25 million with Spence. Spence was going to get 25 million. But then when Spence didn't want to fight, they offered him 10 million. How do you go from 25 million to 10 million? And that's what he says he's getting guaranteed. How do we all know that? Because Bud has not been telling the truth so far. So Bud might be making like $7-8 million. Who knows? And you still got to collect it. He said, I heard a gentleman say Boots should show up at the Bud fight and call him out so we can see Bud's next duck move. And I agree with that. Yeah, Dion said good fight for Shakur. Think he will prevail. I do too. But it's a good fight. It's a good fight to show everybody where he is, man. He said Boots should show up. Yeah, but Bud ain't gonna take that fight. Bud ain't gonna take that Boots fight, man. He said Al don't want Bud to run with them belts on one fight deal. So I think that's the bottom line, in my opinion. Well, it's like this. I agree with you. Al does not want those belts to leave PBC, just like Bob Arum doesn't want those belts that Devin Haney has to leave, and DAZN don't want AJ to leave with his belt, right? Those belts to leave from over there with AJ. So you're right about that. But the thing is, Bud said it was a done deal. That ain't what I said. Bud said it was a done deal, and he said it through Bernie the Boxer. So at that point, he had a done deal, meaning he agreed to all the terms. So Spence said the lawyers were cleaning up the verbiage, which the lawyers got to do. And what they got to do is they got to put it down in writing and make sure they close up loopholes, right? Because what Bud did was got out of it. He ran and done that. So before they could have him sign, he was out. So you want to hold people into that. You don't want people doing backdoor deals. So like I said, if I was Bud, I would have took that Spence fight. I don't think Bud is getting $10 million, to be honest. I don't see BLK Prime giving him $10 million to fight that tomato can. I know he said it, but he also said he was getting 25 million. How did you lose $15 million so fast? You know, you got that to lead the Spence fight, but you still took that to go get 10. And you're telling me that Bud don't think he would have made $10 million with Spence? He actually, so Anthony, you thinking, let me say this. You actually think that Bud in his right mind thought that he was going to get 25 million for Spence. Since he didn't get it, he would take 10 million at BLK and he would not get $10 million for fighting Spence? You think Bud really thought that they were going to screw him? Everybody know about the Muhammad Ali. Everybody knows about that. They're not going to, they got to show paperwork. They got to show that stuff. Bud was just using that shit as an excuse, man. Bud was just trying to be a diva when it comes to Spence now. Now Bud is saying everything hinged on that. You know what I'm saying? He said everything hinged on that the fight wasn't going to happen this year. Even though he was the one not agreeing, then he said when he agreed, it was Spence now. Spence was like, man, I already knew what I was getting. I was okay with my portion. Why am I going to keep negotiating, going back and forth when Al Heyman knows what I want? We already saying what I'm getting. I'm not getting up for money. I'm getting my percentages. You make more money off the percentages. Gregory Roberts says, been a lot of Cruz fights here on the West Coast. He a little buzzsaw. Shakur will win by decision, though. Okay. Yeah, I haven't got to see a whole lot of him. I like him. I think he's a good fighter, man. I like him. I like that. Hey, he went in there. He's got a killer instinct, and he's going to get you out of there. I like that. I do. I think Al Spence pretty confident in Spence beating Bud. I think he is too, but anything can happen in a boxing match. What's up, big dog? PGH, big dog. Man, we in here just kicking it. We talking about Shakur Stevenson and this Pitbull Cruz. What's your thoughts on that, man? Master Khalik, he said, Bud is a fucking duck. Accept it. I agree. Bud is a duck, period, point blank. PBC syndicate don't want to lose those belts, but Bud needs to sign with PBC or no deal. Yeah, or get him them 3 fights. The same way The same way you see what Bob Arum did, they made sure that Devin had a 3-fight deal, 2 with Kambosos and 1 with what's name. If he wins all 3 of those, then he can walk. That's what you say. Give PBC a 3-fight deal. With Spence, a rematch with Spence if you beat Spence. And then he said he wants the Charlo fight, right? Then put him on in with Charlo. You know what I mean? Put him on in with Charlo. When Bud said 80-20 is 50-50, do the math. It was a wrap. He said it makes sense to take the fight. That would make crazy history. Would put him on 2-time undisputed and would make him a famer on the first vote. Yeah, he's first ballot. He said he's smart, yeah, but he's going to be hard to get in on there. Big Cheesy is in the house. Pitbull going to be right there. Yep. He said, I think Bud don't care if he fights Earl at all. It's just his personality. What you think? I think at this point in time, this is the truth. I don't think that Bud is scared of Spence. I don't. I think he has a healthy respect for Spence. He see what Spence is, the eye snatcher, the body snatcher and eye snatcher now, right? And at the end of the day, Bud thinks he is higher up on the ladder than Spence. And I think that Bud's pride and Sean Porter said it perfectly. Bud is an emotional type dude. You know what I'm saying? Bud is high up in his ego, his personality. What's up, man? What's up, ATL Anonymous? Man, nothing much, man. We're here cooking this thing, man. But yeah, I think Bud, his emotion is all over the place, man. He won't really, man. I'm just gonna be honest, man. I'm trying to clean it up, but I ain't gonna clean that shit up, man. What it is, man? Bud acting like a fucking diva. That's what Bud is doing. He's acting like a damn diva, man. And Bud is acting like a diva. He wants PBC to roll out the red carpet, and his feelings are hurt because Spence said, man, I might give him 70-30, 80-20 playing on his live in front of the girls, and it hurt Bud's feelings. That's what it is. And because of that, Bud is holding that belt hostage, and he's trying to get as much money out of that belt. He's trying to get them to roll out the red carpet. He's trying to act like he's Floyd Mayweather when he's not Floyd Mayweather. He's trying to think he's got that pull, and he doesn't. He's okay. Big G said, but I give Shakur props as well. I think all fights are good. Stacy Hall, appreciate you rolling up in. He said he's scared of Spence, brother. Straight up. He knows he can't beat Earl, so he's holding that belt hostage until Earl moves up to 154. Hey, you could be right. It's just my opinion. I think Bud will fight Spence. I don't think Bud's got the personality that people scare him as much. I think that Bud is cautious. Bud don't know whether he's coming or going. Avery 81st. Yeah. I think Bud is porn on the other screen. Nah, man. I didn't want to talk about that, but y'all see what that is? It looked like it's porn, but it's that Adrian crazy, boy. Adrian be on that yak, don't he? Adrian crazy. He said, I don't need Spence head ass. Yeah, but what is this? Is the one where Spence and his old lady, his wife is on here, and they were saying he's under the influence or drunk or something. I was actually watching that before I signed on here, and I didn't talk about it because, you know, when people do a little bit of stuff on that, I try to watch how I talk about stuff because I ain't here to try to talk bad about people personally if I don't have to. So I try to keep some of that stuff out of it, the personal stuff a little bit. But it's something that we can talk about, you know. I don't really, you know, like I let the record stuff go, but they were showing on here. I don't know if it's Spence, if he's playing with the camera or not. So I'm not going to speak on it. It's a little small clip where it sounded like Spence is drunk and she's saying, baby, you want to go to Dubai. It's a bad look either way. I don't know when it was. I don't know if it was a long time ago because you can't see his face. So that's what it is. It ain't porn. Big Cheese said, nice. Hey, I don't think the women in here are ladies in here. They'll probably be all over us. They're like, nah, but nah, y'all, we ain't going for that. Nah. Yeah, it said, yeah, that's true. He really needs to grow up and make some better decisions, especially with all the smoke coming from these hungry young lions. Yeah, I agree with that, Stacey Hall. The problem is with Bud don't know business. It's bad business Bud. And I've said that for the longest. And I'm hearing a lot of other people saying that. And it was just a TikTok joke they made. Okay, Adrian, appreciate you clearing that up. Adrian said that this video up here is a TikTok video that they made. So that's cool. That's why I wasn't going to really go speak on it, because people was running on it and talking bad about Earl. Man, I told you that. And people having shows and stuff about it. And they talking about how Earl was drunk and, this kind of stuff. And I didn't want to speak on it until you know exactly what it is. I didn't want to make the dude look bad. You know what I mean? Oh, he said that P video is a skit. Yeah, Legal Legacy said the same thing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Bud is bad business. But this is the thing with Bud. It comes back to pride, man. Bud got this silly ass pride, man. He won't listen. It's cool to be the man in some things, but you gotta need the expertise of other people. You see what I'm saying? When you need a lawyer, go hire a lawyer. You know what I mean? Then you need, because I'm gonna break it down to y'all like this. And this is how I see it. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Bud is upset with PBC because he wants Al. He said he wanted to talk to Al, correct? But Al is an advisor. Al is not a promoter. Al is an advisor. So what Al does with Spence is, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, Al looks at Spence's paperwork. He says, Spence, this is the best deal. I look it over for you. I structure it, help you with all of that, right? He's an advisor to tell you what works in your best interest, like a lawyer does, right? But without a lawyer, he oversees the contracts, but he is not a promoter. Spence has his own promotional company. Floyd Mayweather has his own promotional company. Tank Davis is up on the Floyd, but he has his own promotional company. These guys got their own promotional companies, correct? Just like Lions Only is a promotional company. They work with Al Heyman. He advises them how to structure the deals, how to do all this in your best interest, how to move, how to take this fight or do this fight here, how to move. Like he told Spence, he said, make sure you take the Mikey Garcia fight. It will elevate your stock. That's why Spence fought Mikey Garcia. Bud is pissed off. All he's got to do is go over to PBC. He's got TBC, Terrence Bud Crawford Promotions, correct? Right? So what Al will do, Al will say, okay, I'm Spence's advisor. If you're not signed to me, I can't advise you. Bud is pissed off about that. Spence is not, Al Heyman is not a promoter. He's not a promoter. That's why Al Heyman is not giving you money up front. He's not going to give you $10 million. He's not the promoter. He's like, look, this is the way the deal is structured. This is how you're going to make money. You're going to make more money off the back end. He came from music. So he told all these guys how to make their money off the back end, how to get that residual income, how as your fight goes on, you sell your memorabilia from the fight. As the fight goes on, you still own stock in that. As that stuff is played, you're making money all around. And that's what Bud is not getting, man. You can't get that through the Bud. You can't. It's bad business Bud. And I'm not going down on Bud. I'm not, riding down and saying stuff about him, talking down on him. I'm not. What I'm saying is Bud ego is in the damn way. And what Bud needs to do is Bud needs to get somebody to give him good advice, solid advice that he trusts, and stop with the silly shit. He said, I subscribe to your channel. You're a cool dude, man. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you, man. Hey, man, come here and hang out. We go out here every weeknight, 10 p.m. We go in here and get crazy with it, man. And we tell it like it is, man. And we don't get mad at anybody for looking at their own, looking at it from their own way, because sometimes you can tell us stuff and change our opinion. We ain't here to debate, but we ain't here to keep it real and stand on our square on shit. You know what I mean? He said a couple of weeks ago, I said, Bud is that friend that would rather be wrong, doing his own way, than be right, listening to someone else. Yeah, he sure would. But Bud thinks he's outsmarting people. You know what I mean? Like a little kid runs around and act like they disappeared, and you go, yeah, man, I can't see you. Bud is doing that silly shit, man. You know what I mean? Oh, man, it's like this, it's like that. I'm fighting David Avanesian, and he came off 6-fight win. Who gives a shit? Who did he fight? Who did he beat? You know what I'm saying? And then you got the nerve to talk about everybody else's record. And let's say you didn't want to fight Spence. Let's say you wanted to fight this year. Boots is not with PBC. Boots is with Showtime. You know, he's got with Showtime. Boots is not, and or Ortiz is not with him. He's with Golden Boy. He could have went and talked to one of those people, but he chose not to do that shit. And then he says, "Well, man, y'all should have if y'all don't buy this fight, you know, y'all don't support me, y'all bunch of haters." Okay. We get it, bud. We supposed to support you through all your dumb shit. And now they all run around trying to put out fires and stuff and trying to convince people to come their way. And people are like, man, you're not convincing us with that shit. And Bud ain't convincing me with that silly shit. Him or Bernie. You know what I mean? And Bo Mac is smart enough. I respect him because he didn't join the damn circus. He's somewhere quiet because he knows it's a shit show. You know what I'm saying? And like they said tonight, it's funny. Bud is on the DAZN app, but he ain't saying nothing on the BLK app. They not even saying go get the app. You don't really see them pushing it. That's what they say. They're not even advertising that stuff. They're not even advertising it, man. That's what's crazy, you know? It's crazy, man. That's some silly stuff, man. Yeah, Stacey Hall. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to go back and get some of these comments we ran over. He said his stock is dropping like a damn boulder from outer space. Hell yeah, it is. It's dropping fast as hell. Fast as hell. Richard Johnson said Crawford left Bob Arum unprepared. He did. But, you know, this is the thing. He had Spence's number, right? Why not? Okay, let's say he didn't talk to Spence. You mean to tell me you can't talk to other fighters that's been through it? Floyd, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to go join Floyd. I know Floyd was trying to get him to sign, but he could have went and talked and said, okay, you know, what's going on? Learn it. You know what I mean? Learn what the part of the business you're missing. Bob Arum was making a killing off of you. He giving you guaranteed money, but he's making your back end money. That's where the money is. That's where the money is. The money is in the royalties, the back end of stuff. You know what I mean? He said, well, Bud ain't fighting for free. Not happening. Now, Bud ain't fighting for free. Definitely not fighting for free, but Bud ain't getting $10 million either. And if he is getting $10 million, you mean to tell me he really go take that fight with them and make $10 million when he knows for a fact he's going to make a little bit more money? See, Bud done changed the goalpost so many times. Oh, I want to see this. Oh, they're not giving me guaranteed money. But he did say he took all of that, right? But it's because they're not fighting this year. Well, if you took all that, why didn't you take all that earlier? Why did it take you so many damn months to take that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Stacey Hall, grown man business. This is exactly what it is, man. Yeah, people aren't stupid. Just his damn followers. Man, it's like, man, you know, you can do whatever you want. Don't mean I got to play your pretend. I'm not playing your pretend with you, man. You know what I'm saying? He said Bud needs to hold a press conference with David Avenesian. Yeah. Tell him go and do that. Tell him go and do a face off with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. He said Broner saying BLK is the future. He's promoting them hard. Said, hey, forget the middleman. Okay. Adrian Broner's just saying whatever the hell he can say because PBC cutting his ass off. They tired of that. They tired of that damn circus, man. They have you a fight and you back out right before the fight. You lost that company money with your antics, man. You lost PBC money. But you got a problem with PBC because you can't stop partying. Get the out of here.
Call from
League of Legacies.
To accept, press.
All right, Showboat Sports, man. Go ahead, League.
Man, you bait me and calling in again. I'm gonna try to be quick though.
Man, call on in, man. It's for all of us, man. Come on with it.
Look, man, just from the business standpoint, right?
Right.
You just mentioned how someone mentioned it kind of like Crawford left too early without really understanding. But if you look, he's burning every single bridge that there is to burn. Because if you look at how he's handling it with Showtime and PBC, where it looks, I'll say it appears as if he's been going behind the backs because apparently he called Arrow first about the deal and then he spoke to Al. and then he's trying to get them to move off of their partners. So that's on one side.
Right.
Then with BLK, he's literally on the record saying, man, ain't nobody getting these fights, nothing. We're going to get ours and forget what they got. So you got these other people who invest in you, and then you got their shareholders who hear you saying this as well. So he just messing up from a business standpoint all around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So man, that's all I wanted to say.
Oh man, appreciate you calling in, man. Yeah, anytime, man. Appreciate it, man. All right, catch you back in the chat, man.
All right,
later. Yeah, man, he right. Bud burned a whole lot of damn bridges, man. Yeah, he said, yeah, of course. Big Cheesy said, the boxing game ain't like it used to be. Everyone was fighting the best. Even Mayweather was doing runbacks. Yeah, you know, they see that Mayweather, when he was Money Mayweather, they judging his whole career off Money Mayweather. But when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was fighting Diego Corrales. Hey, listen, when they said Madonna beat him, right? What'd he do? He immediately ran that back. Castile, he immediately ran that back. So, and then, you know, people say, oh, well, he lost the first fight. Okay, whatever. It could have went, if y'all say that he won, whatever. Okay, who cares? He fought him again to close all of that. And he didn't wait 6 years to fight him. He gave them immediate rematches to see. Yeah, that's our little point, huh? But yeah, he gave him that. And then you got Bud, like we were saying, Bud burnt a lot of damn bridges, man. He did. And they're not going to take that too kindly with you trying to steal fighters and bring fighters over. You know what I'm saying? You trying to separate Spence and trying to bring Spence over. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. You trying to bring people over to there, and you had everybody doing all that. Yeah, Gregory, damage control. That's exactly what he's trying to do now. But you can't do it. You don't listen. You messed up your reputation with just about everybody. Everybody, man. You cost all these boxers money. You've been playing games, and it just goes to show, if you were in talks with BLK Prime back then, right? Y'all already knew if Spence didn't go over, y'all already had a plan B, man. Y'all already done it because y'all was already in talks. Because common sense should have told you that Spence might not leave Al. Or maybe they just don't have damn common sense. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they don't have no damn common sense, man. Because something in here is just ain't clicking right. You don't have to be a damn genius to do the simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you felt like BLK Prime was going to be your best move, then just take that move in the beginning, right? You could have just said, hey, Spence said what they had to say. Y'all don't give me this. I got another deal on the table. Spence them could have said, take it or leave it. And Bud could have said, I leave it. And you could have took that fight earlier in the summer. Because what was the difference between taking an Avanesian fight in June or July and making that fight around September, October, then waiting everybody out all that time? Because as soon as you got everybody to agree with what you wanted, you ran. Now that shit doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, common sense ain't common. Common sense is not common. And Bud is definitely his own worst enemy. And Bob Arum did warn everybody. He warned everybody. And to be honest, Bob said just about everything he said about Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is proving it right, man. He's a great boxer. Oh, my argument is flawed. Hey, jump on in, man. Hey, listen, Mitch. The phone lines are open. And I'll let you speak, bro. I'll let you speak. Long as you ain't trolling, long as you tell your side and come with some facts, you can call in. Numbers on the screen, man. Matter of fact, I'll make it even easier for you, bro. We will let you talk. 954-408-3312. There you go, my man. C. Dewberry, what's up with your fam? Glad you rolled up in here, man. Yeah, Mitch Hennessy. Hey, it's open, man. The floor is yours, my man. If you see that we wrong, I gotta hear this. I gotta hear it. If our argument is flawed, because the way we see it is, Bud was already in works talking to BLK Prime, right? That's a fact. He worked with Spence so long, said all the stuff he wanted. Spence them agreed, or he agreed, but out of Bud's camp, they said Bud agreed to all terms. That means it's already done. But then you back out and go to David Avenesian and say, well, I'm going to fight him because that way I can get this fight at the end of the year. Because now y'all talking about next year. They need time to promote it. He already knew that when he was waiting. Those are facts. Those are not opinion. That's what Bud said. Now, my opinion is saying that Bud was being grimy. He was being slimy on it. He was putting everybody together and just using everybody. Now, about him getting his bag, I'm okay. I'm all for him getting his bag. But when you hold everybody up, the sanctioning bodies and everybody else, you do all that stuff, that's where the problem comes in at. Because you said that you had a company that's going to pay y'all $50 million, 25 to you and Spence. Spence said, where the money come from? I don't want to take the deal. You go, well, I'll fight David Avenesian for $10 million. They offer you $10 million. You just lost $15 million off the top. That's what Bud said, not my opinion. That's not my opinion. My opinion is not in there. Bud said he's getting 10. I doubt he's getting 10. Not my opinion on this. Bud does not sell big pay-per-view. You called? Nah, you couldn't have called. It's on, bro. Hold on. It's on. Try it again. Try it again. Oh, yeah, you did. You did. You did, bro. Try it one more time. I don't know what's going on. Didn't see it, didn't hear it. Hold on. Try one more time, man. My bad. He did. He called, guys. He called. Y'all see I got the ringer on. Maybe somebody was calling in right or wrong when you was calling. Hey, don't nobody else call in. Nobody else call in. Let Mitch call in. Let him call in. Try it again, man. Try it again, Mitch. It's open. It's open, man. Yeah, I heard it all. Nobody heard it ring. Nobody heard you ring, but go ahead. We got you the floor, man. There it is. It's ringing now. I don't know why it didn't last time. You hear it ringing. Showboating Sports. Hello? Mitch, you on there, man? You hung up, man. You was on there. You was on there, man. It's up and going, man. It's connected. It's something on your phone, man. We connected and going, man. Hey, Hennessy. Hey, yeah, it's open, man. I don't know what's going on with your phone, man. Or if it's this one, try it again, man. Yeah, I answered. I answered on air. Y'all heard me. Y'all heard me answer it. It came up. I answered it. How the hell you keep going to voicemail? Yeah, that's that one you went there. It's it. Hold on. Oh, he's your brother? Oh, okay, cool. Hey, let him know. Tell him, man, I'm not doing this, man. When he called in, I answered. Try one more time, man. When you called in, I answered. Look, I'm answering it right now. Showboating Sports.
What's up, man?
What's up, Mitch? What's up, man? And we got you on here. Go ahead, man. We're gonna give you the floor and let you cook.
Yes,
let you cook, man.
Oh yeah, man. I gotta get to a coach's meeting, but I didn't expect you to take calls. So, but anyway, where it's flawed is, so I go to November of 2021. Bud falls shine, right? He wins the fight. He tells Bob that day he's done with him. Remember on the podium?
Yep.
Bob looking stupid. Okay, so from there, PBC doesn't even contact him about anything. And at first, everybody thought that Spence was up next. It was like Bud and Spence, right? The PBC pulled that rabbit out their ass and paid for Ugas to get out of that tournament, correct?
Right.
You remember that?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm there.
Then he got the Ugas fight. He got the Ugas fight. And then after that, they've been negotiating. So when you say where it's flawed is, you say, well, why he didn't take a fight? Why he didn't take a fight? Well, I was negotiating with you to fight you. I was trying to fight you. Right. We were negotiating and trying to fight. This BLK Prime thing just came about in October. So it wasn't like he had this in his back pocket like you are saying or people are saying. So that's where it's flawed to me.
Okay. So that's what you hinging on that. But it came out that he was already talking to them back in June.
No, they contacted him about something. He said, I'm trying to get the Spence fight, man. And then they came back to him when they seen that the Spence fight wasn't happening.
Oh, okay. So you're saying, you're hinging your argument on is that Bud really didn't talk to them about David Avenesian until October.
Absolutely. David Avenesian even had a fight already scheduled. So why would he have a fight already scheduled but he was already about to fight Bud? It doesn't make sense.
Right. But how did he get out of that fight? You think they paid him out? Because that fight should have been already made. He's supposed to have been fighting November the 19th.
Well, he works with Frank Warren over there in the UK or whatnot. He probably works some magic. Just like Al got Ugas out of that tournament. He can get him out of a fight if he can get him out of a tournament. These promoters all work together, man. They scratch each other's back, do whatever they need to do to work with each other, man. Because they're going to be in the game longer than these fighters.
Right. Okay.
But C. Dewberry, that's my brother. Like, for real, that's my brother. So,
well, cool.
You see where side he on. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, bro.
Yeah, man.
Hey, he actually told me to come over here on the strength of him. So I'm going to subscribe to you today. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, man.
And,
hey,
I look forward to having more conversations with you.
Man, please do, man. We do this every weeknight at 10 p.m. And hey, man, it's a good, healthy debate over here on this end. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be a good, healthy debate.
Okay.
All right, man. Appreciate you, fam.
That's what he said, brother. You have a good one, man.
Now, we're going to go in there. I know you got to go to your meeting, so we'll be in there responding to what you said, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to come back. Listen, I coach Little League ball, so we got like a little nationals coming up. So
got you.
Trying to get them right.
Got you, man.
All right, y'all.
All right, man. Have a good one, man. Appreciate you.
Bye.
All right. So what do y'all think about that? He's saying he's hinging everything on it is that he thinks it was in October, right? He's coming out saying that Bud knew this a while back. Now, this is my thing. That's all he said, she said. I can't say for a fact. That's why I had to shut up. And the reason why I had to shut up is because I can't prove that Bud knew it in June, just like he can't prove that Bud knew it in October, right? Now, what I think my own personal opinion is, I do think that Bud already knew about this. Was it June? I don't know. But I will say this. This is what I will say. When Blue Blood said he saw Terrence Crawford, because you remember this, and the only reason why I'm bringing this channel up is because he's relevant to the story. I have to bring it up. I don't really talk about other channels, and I dang sure don't do that, but I had to bring it up for this conversation. Had to bring it up for her. He said the BLK Prime wasn't the backup plan, Spence Crawford backup plan. Yeah, so this is it. You guys remember when Blue Blood said it was been about before he said about Terrence Crawford, it came out because I saw where they were saying that he was going to be judging some fights, right? He said, yeah, I got some business people that contacted me about judging some fights. This is just my own speculation. It's my own speculation. And he said, you can't just get out of fights. Yeah, I get it. I agree. I agree with that, but maybe they could have. What's up, LT? What's up, LT? Hey, so listen. So only, like I said, I'm only saying this because Blue is part of it. But y'all remember, Blue said one time, he said, "Hey, we got these fights going on, and they're gonna get me to be a judge or get me to be a part of it." And this was right before the Terrence Crawford thing happened. Then he said, "Hey, I just happened to be at 7-Eleven, and he showed out the window that 7-Eleven across the street, and I saw Bud, and we talked, but I didn't have my phone on me, and I let him go do his thing." Correct? Then that was a lot before all of this, right? It was back in, what was it, September? Was that September? Right? So then they said, well, they got him to agree, and it all happened all at once. That's a whole hell of a lot of stuff that happened within a short period of time. Within a month's time, they had, within less than, not a month, a couple of weeks' time, they had a venue, David Avenesian, Bud, Spence turned it down, all that stuff happened. And then Bud said the reason why he went, because it was in October that Spence was on vacation, and Spence said, "No, I wasn't on vacation. It was my son's birthday party." So I'm saying those are little facts and stuff that I'm like, nah, man, it just Bud knew. Bud news. And that's what I base my whole opinion off of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said, I think he was talking BLK Prime in June, no particular opponent, but a fight. Think the opponent came up in October. Don't know. I don't know. And but like I said, I know he was hinging his stuff off. Hennessy was hinging his stuff off of just that part of the argument, is that it came up in October. And that's why he was saying that, you know. So I mean, that goes down to all of our opinion. So I can't get mad at a man for his opinion, you know. But I don't agree with it. I don't agree with that. I think Bud already knew. Bud already knew there was some other stuff going on, and they was only giving us limited stuff. Right. Yeah. Isaac said that Bud was already Blue was already said that they was looking for venues while Crawford was negotiating with Spence. Yeah. So they already knew. I mean, they already knew. Blue Blood said that Bud accepted all terms next week. He said next week Bud with BLK fighting December 10th. All that's cool, but let's not act like this ain't been going on. It had to be going on, man. Because think about it. Look at you. Think how powerful BLK got to be if they can say, okay, ask Spence. Oh, Spence don't do it? Okay, we're going to get David Avenesian. And we know we can get David Avenesian out of his fight and not get him sued after he's got a signed contract. So that other dude, did the other dude get step aside money? Because that was already a fight that was already on the books. If like Hennessy said, and we're going to take his word, we're going to use his words against him. He said that fight was already in the books, which we already know because we already saw that they were supposed to be fighting around November the 19th, right? David Avenesian was, because that's what the flyers and everything said, right? So he gets out of that. The other fighter ain't saying a word. He get paid off. Did the other fighter get paid off? How did they do all of that at the last minute? How do you do that? Some money had to go. So they paid off that other fighter? Nah, it's more to it than that, man. It's more to it. At the end of the day, Buzz should have stayed at the negotiation if he really wanted that smoke. Yeah, if he wanted that smoke. But listen, C. Dewberry, he was already past negotiation. Because you remember, he said, we got a done deal. Then now his argument is, Buzz's argument ain't none of the contracts and none of that other stuff. He said, I accepted all terms. That's what Bernie the Boxer said, right? Then Bud even said that. I accepted all of that stuff. But they knew they couldn't make the fight this year. They knew it was going to be next year. So Bud was mad about that. But Bud, let me tell you this, and this is why it's bad business, Bud, again. Because PBC could have made that fight this year. But how much freaking money do you think you're going to get if they make the fight this year? They don't have enough time to promote it. What you and Spence going to do, get a done deal and go fight in 6 weeks? That don't give them enough time. How y'all going to go train when you're going to go to different cities and promote it? They're going to put their monies out there to promote it. Showtime is going to promote that fight. So why would you want that fight to come in 6 weeks? So you mad at them? You penalize them because they don't have it in 6 weeks? You got to remember, Bud, you're not getting guaranteed money. You're getting back in money. You're getting percentages. So you want to put your all into that fight. But he goes, nah, screw that. I'm gone. I'm going to go over and fight this dude because they was going to give us 50 million, but I'm going to take 10 million to fight this dude. I don't think the dude getting 10 million. He said in the DAZN interview, Bud says Avocado is a dangerous opponent. Now, that's a lie. That's a lie. But I respect him telling that lie. Well, he's got a puncher's chance. The guy's got a puncher's chance. And I respect Bud for saying that because he's trying to protect his bag. So I can respect that. That's business. He said if he really wanted that smoke, like he claims, he would have been at the Ugas fight and called him out after the fights. Yeah, he would have. He would have. He didn't show up. He didn't show up. Because you know why Bud didn't show up? Because Bud knew he's holding that belt hostage. Bud knew that. Bud said, I got this belt hostage. What are they going to do? They got to come to me. That's why Bud knows he can go take this Avocado fight. Because what's Spence going to do? If Spence doesn't practically kiss Bud's ass and get that fight, then Spence got to move up to 154 and can't be undisputed. He can't be undisputed at one at that. Then Jamel got to go up. Then they got to go hash that out. It's going to be a whole thing. It's going to be a bad situation. Because Jamel got to move up. Then he's got to go after that. He's got to go do all that hard work again. And Bud knows that. So Bud is playing that role. It's an effective chess move, but it screws him too. Because then he could have been 2-time undisputed, the first man to do it in the 4-belt era. He would have been first ballot Hall of Fame. He'd have been a shoo-in. He said, League of Legacy said he was straight capped through the whole thing. Wow, I'm gonna go check that out. He said that's where his argument goes down the gutter. When he told the world that he agreed to everything, because if he did, we would have the fight. Yep, right. He said he agrees to everything, but the thing he got mad about is because they weren't going to have to fight this year. They couldn't have it they don't want to have it. They could have maybe had, they didn't have enough time to have it December because they weren't going to be able to promote it. So what you going to do? You're not going to have it on New Year's Day. You're not going to have it right after Christmas and New Year's. A lot of people done spent their money. So what they're going to do, they're going to get around their income tax money. That's where they're shooting for. So Bud is mad about that. Bud is the new Pinocchio. Of course he is. Of course he is. Good night, boxing family. All right, Adrian, man. We see you. We know you out, man. Appreciate you rolling up in this camp, man. We'll catch you later. He said, real boxing fan knows Avanesian is a dangerous fighter. Man, he is a... David is he's got a puncher's chance, you know. He also said Spence lied because he never asked where the money was coming from. I think that's cap. Why would Spence lie about asking where the money came from? Well, so what did Spence do? Just said, oh, okay, I just don't want it. Either way it go, he turned it down. So, you know, League of Legacy said, good night, Adrian. Yeah. So yeah, man. So yeah, you know, and everybody makes it seem like we picking on Bud, man, but ain't nobody damn picking on Bud, dude. Ain't nobody picking on Bud. Bud makes bad business decisions, period. Bud makes the worst business decisions. But anyway, man, so let's get back on this the WBC and all these orders that they doing. They ordering all these fights, man. Do y'all think these fights will be made? Exactly, Isaac. Exactly, man. Spence ain't gonna listen. Those are things that Bud should know. You know what I mean? Because didn't Bud say that he wanted to make sure everything was transparent? He won't know where everything is. But then you get over there and then not? Come on now. Come on. Nah, I didn't hear the Brian Norman Jr. Jackie Hernandez said nope. What was the nope to, Jackie? Did I miss something? Let me see. Let me see. Hey, Jackie, answer that for us. What was the note for? I might have missed something on there. Said, did you hear Brian Norman Jr. in the interview? Nah, I didn't hear it. I ain't caught that one yet. Well, hopefully, man, like we were saying, hopefully this dang on fight's gonna be made. Hopefully Shakur will go ahead and get this Isaac Cruz fight. Hopefully that's gonna be a done deal. Hopefully Loma and Devin Haney fight. That'll make it explosive. Now I know Loma said he might need some more time, but he can't keep waiting around. Devin can't keep waiting around on that, man. It's either barbecue or mildew. You're either gonna execute that last fight or Bob gonna have to let that contract go. Can't keep holding Devin forever for that. So that one's got to be made. So that's 2. Then we get Plant Benavidez. Okay. What do y'all think? Y'all think WBC is going to order that fight with Spence? And you think Spence gonna take it? What about Ryan and Tank? I don't know. They said it. Didn't they say they was gonna order that? Didn't they say they was gonna order that fight too? Somebody said they was gonna order that fight. Said Spence Thurman is going to have all eyes. Yeah, if they make that fight, but do y'all think Spence is going to take that? She said, you asked, did we think the fights, the WBC mandate is going to happen? Oh, okay. Okay. You said nope. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm, everybody's been saying that. What's up, Mick Major? What's going on with you, man? Barbecue or mildew? Yeah, it's either going to be barbecue or mildew, man. But yeah, Miss Hernandez, yeah. I agree with you on that. Not everybody's gonna make it through, but I'll tell you what I do think. I honestly think that they're ordering all these fights because of that bull crap that Bud did. Because if they had ordered that fight between Ortiz or Boots, then Bud couldn't have went and done that stuff he did. See, Bud got out real quick to go take an easy fight. See, they would have held Bud's feet to the fire. And I think that's why everybody's ordering these fights. The sanctioning bodies, they talking. They say, man, you know what? We all got played. We're not getting damn played no more. Bud played everybody because what do? We could have already had a fight. We could have been making our money, ordered some other fights, and then this shit wouldn't have happened. Because this David Avanesian fight was a silly fight. They could have ordered the Ortiz fight or the Boots fight, something like that, and then made more money. Especially if he wasn't going to fight Spence, because they was licking their chops. They're going to make a lot more money off the Spence fight, which was stupid, Said Brian Norman said he sparred Tank, Bud, and Boots. They asked him who was the best. He said Boots, and it's not even close. Goodness gracious. See what I'm saying? He said Spence because he wants to be undisputed. So I guess Spence will probably have to fight if they did it, but I don't know, man. Spence said he's not gonna fight. I don't know, man. I don't know. Then I heard that they're gonna make they're thinking about making the Boots fight Staniosis. So I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know, man. He said, I want all the fights. I need a good excuse to bring the fam for beer and carne asada. Yep. Hey, I want the fights too, my man. I want these fights so bad, man. They in the boardroom brewing. Yeah, right now they are. Because you remember, what did Spence say? Spence said he had an announcement to make. He ain't made that announcement yet. So right now, man, it's a war going on behind them closed doors. Bud screwed everybody. Because Spence should have already said who he's fighting. So right now, it's some stuff. It's stuff coming. He said only way he can spin the block is to fight Thurman. Hey, he might have to. I'm all for it. Listen, I told y'all straight up, and I'm standing on this. But what's up, Diana? How you doing? Appreciate you rolling up in here, man. He said otherwise he's gonna go move up to 154. Yep. But I stand on this. I want to see Spence and Thurman. I would love to see that fight. But I wish, because I'm all in my feelings about Thurman, I'm still pissed off about him ducking everybody, right? He ducked everybody. I want to see him have to fight Boots to get to Spence and Bud. But if we got to see him go straight to Spence, I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for that fight. I'm all for it. I put my feelings to the side for that one. You know what I mean? I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. Hey, don't pass go right directly to the fight. Don't pass go. I want to see that fight so bad, man. But I respect Spence if he don't fight Thurman, but I would rather see them fight than not fight. For real. For real. I think he should have to make the Keith fight. Really, I do. I think Keith, to be honest, and this is the truth, I'm be honest with you guys. To be honest, I always said it's mandated, so it'll probably happen in February. Yeah, T-Word said that too. T-Word said that he thought they was definitely going to mandate that fight, and he thought that fight would supersede the fight between Spence and Stanionis. I said Spence would probably fight Stanionis because the WBO held him off because he took that step aside and he's supposed to fight Ugas, but he stepped aside to let that fight happen. So he got really screwed in this whole process. Said the top dollars need to get it on. Oh yeah. But I'll tell y'all this. And this is just how I feel. This is just my personal thoughts. I would like to see Spence fight Boots, but I do think Thurman should come before Boots. And I'll tell you why. To get that fight with Spence. Because Thurman didn't lose it. He had an injury and they stripped him of the belt. So he didn't get beat to lose that belt. So he got stripped before he lost that other belt to Pacquiao. And that's why I say he went out like a champ and he didn't lose the belt in the ring. So really, to be honest, he should get that fight to come back and get that fight. Even though I wish he'd had to go through Boots first. And that's just me being honest. That's me being honest. That's me standing on what I said, you know? I do think he should get that fight before Boots, but I would wish he'd had to go through Boots because all that damn dodging he did. I think he should be punished for that. He should have to go through the young lions. And that's the truth. Oh, yeah, Diana. You saw the title, WBC ordered Shakur Stevenson and Pitbull Cruz. Did we not talk about this last night? We all talked about this, so we might get that fight. Shakur Stevenson said he's on board. Now, I don't know if Pitbull Cruz wants that fight. But it's going to be an eliminator for the belt to go fight Devin Haney. So, but the question is, if Loma is not ready for Devin Haney, C. Dewberry, appreciate the love, fam. $20 on the Cash App. Appreciate it, man. The channel definitely needs that, man. We appreciate it. Here you go. C. Dewberry, appreciate you, man. That $20, like I said, man, goes a long way, my man. Goes a long way. She said, man, listen. Hey, we asked for that fight, and guess what? We gonna get it. You trying to serve Keith up to the young lions? Hell yeah, I'm serving Keith up to the young lions, C. Dewberry. I think he deserves that, man. And the reason why I say that is because he could have got his elbow fixed and his hand fixed at the same time. He got his elbow. He said he had surgery on his elbow. And a lot of people doubted that. But then he goes and plays the flute and went off to Nepal playing around being a philosopher. And at that time, his ass could have been doing what he had to do to get back in the ring. He held everybody up. Oh, man, they need to do a little bit more. So now I think he should get a taste of his own medicine. He should have to go fight Boots. That's what I wish. But if he gets to fight Spence, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. I ain't going to push it away. I'm not going to be one of them dudes. Like I said, the sport comes first. Feelings to the side. And y'all all heard me say that. I'm standing on it. I told you about my feelings. I told you about my biasness on it, on the whole situation. I think that he should have to fight Boots. But guess what? Hey, she said, I think Shakur takes that. Pure boxer takes it all. I agree. But the thing that it'll do, it'll show us what Shakur got at 135. It'll show us. And that's a good person to have to go up there and fight because Pitbull got that power. And he's going to come. He's going to win. He's got that killer instinct, so he's coming for it. He's not going to back down. So, but does Shakur going to have enough power to keep Pitbull up off of him? That's the thing, because he keeps saying his hand's brittle. And guess what? Pitbull's coming in there. He's coming. He's coming. His confidence is shooting through the roof, too. So hopefully he'll take that fight. Shakur said he's with it. He's with it. Said Boots is ready. Hell yeah, Boots ready. Hey, last night is what we was talking about. The Matador and the Bull. Hey, that's exactly what that one is. That's the Matador and the Bull. That's going to be a hell of a fight, man. That's going to be a hell of a fight. For the first few rounds, at least, anyway. He says, Sean Porter on Fight Hype today says Thurman not hungry enough to beat Spence, but he's tricky. He might have a damn good point with that. Because think about it. Sean probably has a point right there. Because if Thurman was so hungry, he'd go after Boots and Ortiz to make sure he gets that Spence fight. Because Spence already said he's not going to fight him, right? You got to force Spence into the fight. Become his definite mandatory. But now that the WBC said they're going to order it, see, they didn't say they was going to order it at first. He could have already took that fight. And if he won, guess what? He was already going to be there anyway. But the WBC threw him a bone. WBC threw him a bone. Diana said Pitbull means business for sure. Hell yeah, he mean business. Hey, let me tell you something. You got better bring your A game now, because that confidence is going through the roof. And now he's got more money. He getting trained. Listen, when he got that fight with Tank, he made a little bit of money. Then after that, he's really well known now. So it raised his stock. You know what I'm saying? I hope he don't run like Tank. You think Tank ran? You think Tank ran that fight? Tank had one hand, man. Tank did have one hand, man. LT said at CW, Cruz win? Hey, C. Dewberry. Hey, LT calling you out. Calling you out, man. You said you like the kid. Yeah, I like him. I like Cruz. I do. I like him. I think that this is the thing that I give him a knock on some of that is when he fought Tank and he clearly knew Tank's hand was hurt and Tank was fighting with one hand. He should have went in there. He's got power and Tank couldn't really get you too good because his hand was broke, right? You said Tank was getting lit up first 3 rounds. Dinah said she think Tank was getting lit up the first 3 rounds. C. Dewberry said, nah, Shakur is special. Shakur is, hey, but you got to have some special heat in them hands. Them hands can't be hurt going up in there because he ain't gonna let somebody else slide like he let. But my thing is this: I think Tank won that fight. You think it was a close fight? I think Tank won that fight. I don't think it was by big margins, but I had Tank clearly winning that fight. But he fought 6 rounds with one hand, and Cruz should have went in there and capitalized off that. Because what was Tank gonna do? He was gonna knock you out with his left hand. What hand was broke? Was it his left hand broke? It was his left hand broke. So all he had was his right hand. Was his left? And he had to keep throwing that one shot with his right. Anyway, he was one-handed fighter. So you go in there and go after him on that. Hey, you put him in a situation where he got to keep punching with that hurt hand. Yeah. I'm gonna have to watch that one again too. But I had Tank. I didn't think he was lighting Tank up in the beginning. But I'll go watch it again. It was a close fight. I think it was a close fight, but I think it was a close fight with one hand. You know what I mean? Shouldn't have been close. Pitbull Cruz was supposed to go capitalize on that. You know what I'm saying? You go capitalize on that, especially when you got power. C. Dewberry says Shakur's. Let me highlight this so everybody can see it on screen. I gotta put you up there. Hey, Big Cheesy, I gotta put you up there and make sure your comment is up because when we go off live, all these comments disappear. So I want everybody to see your comments as much as we can. He says Shakur's defense is better than Tank's. He gonna make Pitbull look silly. Diana said, true. I give Tank much props for that. Yeah, I do. But I give him a little bit of props, but some of that falls on some of that falls on Pitbull Cruz. Spence versus Thurman. There's bad blood. Let's get it. Yeah. But and run it back. Oh, yeah, they could run it back, but nobody's gonna pay for that fight. See, he should have. Let me tell you this. This is the way I look at it. Tank did good with one hand, but you gotta say it was a little bit of lack of what Cruz was doing. Cruz should have went balls to the wall on that one. You go try to take Tank out. Tank got one hand and you got power. You got power. Cruz got power. So you rush him. He's one-handed. You keep whatever hand is up, whatever hand is hurt, you keep your defense good on that side, and you go attack the other side. Tank didn't want to run it back. I think Tank would if the money's right. Diana said, let me make sure I get you in there. Wait. LT said, like Boots, Shakur has to show me. Okay, yeah. That's what we said about Boots last night. We all said that. We all said they got to show it. We think they got the goods. We heard, like they said, we heard what they did in sparring. Yeah. Said Tank didn't run no run backs. Shakur is a savant in the ring, a mastermind. C. Dewberry said, Diana, facts. Yeah, big cheesy. I think he did. I think he would have took it back if the money's right. If the money's right, I see him fighting him again. I do. I just don't think that nobody really feels that even with a run back Tank with two hands, if he still outclassed him for 6 rounds with one hand, imagine what he's going to do with both hands back right again. I just don't see him beating Tank. But I think he could have beat Tank that. It was a better chance that night beating a one-handed Tank than 2. I think he should have rushed him. You know what I'm saying? If you had Tank 6 rounds with one hand, what makes you think you're going to beat him again 12 rounds with 2 hands? Because he's going to probably show up and make sure his hands are good that next fight. You know what I'm saying? He said, also, Boots ain't show me nothing yet but skills, just like Shakur. Yeah, he got to show he got some dog in him. He's got to show that. He's got to get somebody that's going to bring him out. Pitbull Cruz is going to test Shakur. He really is. He's going to test him. He ain't going in there to lay down either. And with that more confidence, and when a fighter gets a little bit more money, that's better training time, that's more in the hours in the gym, you're going to become a better fighter when you start making more money. And he had another fight after that fight, and now this fight, he's got enough time to prepare. So that's going to be a good one. Whoa, what did I miss? Let me scroll back up. Moody R said, I think he hurt his hands again, to be honest. That turtle defense. Oh, you think that Shakur hurt his hands again? I mean, not Shakur. You think Tank hurt his hands again if he fought Pitbull Cruz? Tank actually said he hurt it in training camp. I don't know how true it is. Maybe that could be a lie. Maybe he hurt it in the ring, but he re-injured it in the fight. Diana said he should run it back, though. Hey, I agree. Listen, I'm all for that fight. Listen, I'm all about proving it again. I am. But people got to want to buy that fight. You know what I'm saying? And C. Dewberry said, don't nobody want to fight Boots LT. He's the new Earl Spence on the block. Yeah. Well, right. Because Ortiz could have took that fight. Thurman can take that fight. And Boots won't the fight. But I agree. He's got to show it in the ring. He's got to show it. He's got to prove it. I put my money on him. Diana says she agreed. AAR said Mexico City Pitbull going to be chasing Shakur all around the ring. Oh, yeah. At least that's what we think. I think that too. I think he's going to use that jab, but maybe he might fight him like he fought Herring. Jamel Herring. Wasn't it Glovegate? The Cruz Tank. Remember Tank was wearing Canelo's gloves? Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was wearing Canelo's gloves, but I think his hand was already hurt before he came in. That's what he says. Don't know how true it is. But I want to see, listen, fight him again. I'm not one of them cats that say, nah, man, he don't need to fight him again. I think there's when in doubt, fight another bout. When in doubt, fight another bout. Hey, listen, guys, I'm all in. I'm all in on that. Y'all ain't gonna hear that from me. I'm all in on that. I want to see that again. Run it again. It's better than him fighting somebody we don't know. If he's not gonna fight Ryan, You know, he could have fought Pitbull Cruz again. But I think Pitbull Cruz go ahead and fight this Shakur fight. That's a good fight, too. Any one of those. Diana said, is it true WBO is mandating Bud Ortiz after Avanesian? Yep. They ordered that fight. He said Pitbull only had 1 month to train. I agree with you. He did. So he'll come in better prepared. He'll come in a lot better prepared. So I'm with you. They should run it back. Mick Major said they should run it back. I agree wholeheartedly. They should. Tank box Cruz him. He said he don't get credit for that. Let me see. Yeah. Are you saying that Tank box he don't get no credit for beating them because he didn't have a full training camp? Johnny Boo said Cruz had a full camp. Cruz had a full camp with what? With Tank? You think he did? I thought it was last minute. Did he have a full training camp? C. Dewberry said, I want to see Tank fight Ryan, Devin, Loma, Frank, or Shakur. I'm with it. I'm with that too. I'm with all that. I don't want to see. Listen, I'm tired of Tank fighting the off guys. He needs to fight the name guys. Same thing we get mad at Bud for. It's time to start getting mad at Tank for it because Tank can pick who he wants to fight. He was the pre-main event. Oh, okay. Okay, he was the pre-main event. Okay, I got you. Good. Bud need to be mandated. Yeah, but they're going to make sure that Bud don't keep skating around fighting tomato cans. You know what I'm saying? So they should order that fight. Listen, I have no problem with all these fights being ordered. Now, we all know, like we all said, that if it's going to be a major, bigger fight, people can get around that fight. But I think if they can't get around that fight, they ordering the best fight next. If Spence can't get Bud, then Crawford, if he can't get Bud, then Thurman or Boots should get the fight. Say Cruz is a slugger. Oh, yeah, Cruz is a slugger. He definitely is. He definitely is. He said Tank fought Leo Santa Cruz, first ballot Hall of Fame. You think he'll get that? You think he'll get that with fighting Cruz? I don't know, man. Cruz was a smaller fighter, man. He's supposed to win that. Cruz came up in weight, got knocked out. That should have happened. I can't give that to Tank, man. I can't give Tank ain't first ballot Hall of Famer. Nah, he ain't. Not in my opinion. I like Tank a whole lot, but Tank got to go in there. He's got to go beat like Loma, Devin. Devin is the undisputed champion. He's got to go in and get Devin. He's got to start getting some names, some big names. Gamboa don't get you there. Gamboa don't get you to the Hall of Fame. Nor does Mario Barrios, which is a good win. Mario Barrios is a good win, but it ain't enough to take you over the hump. You got to beat these other guys that's up top. He said, one more day of work. I'm out, show. Salute, Showboating and fam. All right, man. Appreciate you, Will Peoples, for rolling up in here, man. Glad you feeling better. Glad you healing up, man. Remember, man, we'll be back on her tomorrow night. We catch you then, man. We'll catch you then. He said that Leo Santa Cruz is a 4-weight division champ. Watch the video. Leo Santa Cruz bigger than Tank. Leo Santa Cruz moved up to fight Tank. And he's got him in the lighter weights. You know what I'm saying? So I can't give that to Tank. Yeah, you be the 4-weight division champ, but that's just like Inoue somehow coming up or somebody like that coming up there and Tank beating him. I can't really, man. I don't give him first round Hall of Famer off that. Not off beating Cruz. He was supposed to knock out Leo Santa Cruz. He really was. He did what he's supposed to do. Diana said yes. Yeah, Diana loves Tank. She does. He's saying Leo is a Hall of Famer. Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah, Leo. Oh, Leo is Hall of Famer. My bad. I didn't see that. Oh, I agree with that. Leo is Hall of Famer. Yeah, definitely. My bad. Cruz was a replacement for Rowley at the time. Yeah, he was. Back for the home stretch. What's the topic? Right now, we're talking about how all these people and who gonna fight who and who's ordering and if it's a good thing. I was saying that all the fights that they ordered is good for boxing. They ordered Ortiz versus Crawford. That's good for boxing. What you said about Keith Thurman being ordered to fight Earl Spence and all of that. And I was saying that Keith Thurman, I'm okay with Keith Thurman fighting that. I'm okay with that. Oh yeah. You said yeah. But yeah, I'm good at that. Yeah. I got you, John. I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. Yeah, Leo Santa Cruz is first ballot Hall of Famer. I agree with you. He definitely is. Okay. But yeah, that's what we talking about. And I was just saying that if Spence fights Keith Thurman, I'm all for it. But like I said before, I wish that Keith would have to go through Boots because I'm still salty with Keith. That's all I was saying. She said, no, I agree with you. Tank got to fight somebody that really matters. Yeah, I agree with that. Yep. Leo, one of my favorite fighters. I didn't like he ducked Gary Russell. Yeah, I don't like that either. I think he should have fought Gary Russell, but Leo Santa Cruz done fought a lot of people, but he should have fought Gary Russell. Do you think Shakur moves up in weight? Will he do well at 135? I think that we're going to find out. I think he'll do good, man. His skills. He's a solid fighter with some good fundamental boxing. So he's going to do good at any weight class. Now, the question is he going to have the power, the killer instinct to finish these guys on off? Because when you get in there with somebody like Tank, you get in there with Pitbull Cruz, you get in there with Devin Haney, you're just going to be some firefights. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're getting with some bigger guys. So they can take it, they can move a little bit, and all those guys got skills. Yeah. That Pitbull fight is aging well. It really is. So it wasn't a pushover. Shakur was a big ass 130 anyway. He was. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be a good fight, Moody. Yeah, that's gonna be a real good fight. Yeah. Said, who do we think wins between Shakur versus Devin? Right now, I think Devin might beat him. If they fought today, I'd put Devin in there. Only because Devin is a bigger fighter and getting up there. I don't know. I give Devin the slight edge. And I mean slight edge, like a hair. But I think that Shakur has a little bit more skills than Devin. I think Shakur is a little bit got a little bit more skills than Devin. That's what I thought. I don't know. I got to see, this is the problem. This is the problem that I'm having. We see Shakur with his skills. We see Devin with his skills. I think Devin did real good with JoJo. I think he did excellent with Kambosos. But I never thought Kambosos was that fighter just because he beat Tio. I think Tio was too much partying with that. You know what I mean? I think that the old Tio, before he beat Loma, probably would have beat Kambosos. But I just got to see these guys in with each other, man. I think right now, I think Devin is a little bigger than Shakur. I got to see these guys go at it, man. Said Haney got no inside game. Yeah, he clinches. But at the end of the day, when you got somebody in there that's Shakur ain't gonna let him clinch too much. Shakur is gonna Shakur know how to work the ring, man. He does. He know how to control distance. He know how to control timing and all that. Devin can't just jab his way to a victory on that, and neither can Shakur. So C. Dubé said he would lean towards Shakur. I think with his first fight today, right now, I kind of lean towards Devin. But I think once Shakur shows at 135 has one match, see how he adjusts to that weight, he might be even stronger. Then yeah, because Shakur got some good skills, man. Said Cambo is a bum. Man, that's a great fight, Shakur and Devin. It's a real good fight. And we'll get that fight. We'll get it. Listen, Devin will take that fight. JoJo 126, Champ Haney, real test is Loma. Yeah, JoJo was, but you can't take no more. JoJo's a good fighter though, man. JoJo really was. But I agree with you. He really yeah, okay. I'll give you that. But a little bit. But JoJo was a good fight. Haney real test is gonna be Loma. I think his test would be more Shakur or Tank than Loma. I think Shakur tests him harder than Loma will. You think yeah. Shakur is more technician than Devin? Yeah. I agree. I just think Devin is a little bit bigger fighter. And I think right now, if they fought today, I kind of get a slight edge to that. But once we see how Shakur's skills-wise, I think Shakur is a little more polished than Devin. Little bit, just a hair. Because Devin got some skills now. Devin's got some skills. He really does. Oh, you said if Devin steps in the ring with Haney, well, I mean, if Haney steps in the ring with Loma, you give him props. Oh, he's gonna step in that ring with Loma. He's definitely gonna fight Loma. Loma is a little fighter, man. Said Loma was tested 3 years ago. He's a gatekeeper now. Won't touch them real belts anymore. I don't think he get them belts no more either. Listen, and you know why I say he won't get those belts again? Because I saw doubt in his head when he saw Devin. When Devin got in that ring, he said, "I'll be ready." He said, "I need some more time, but I'll be ready." When he starts talking about he needs more time, he knows that's going to be a hard fight. So I think he's got doubts in his own head. You know what I mean? So how strong can someone pick up a couple of pounds, or does it make you heavier? Listen, those pounds make a difference. A few pounds can make a difference on individual fighters, depending on how much muscle mass. You know what I mean? And that's why they got it like that. That's why when you know in that fight, when you go in the weigh in, those ounces mean something. If you're an ounce over, you're overweight. You know what I'm saying? So look at the lighter fights. You got a 2 pound, 3 pound difference on some of those fights. Then you get up to where they are, you got 5 pound difference. You know what I mean? Those pounds, 127, 130, you got 130 to 135. You know, those pounds start making a big difference, man. Because that's more muscle, and that muscle brings more strength. You said JoJo? You don't think JoJo was a good fighter? I think JoJo Diaz is a good fighter, man. Yeah, I think Loma is starting to look a little older. I don't know if it was ring rust or just age too. Yeah. Loma is a smaller fighter, man. Oh, okay. You give him props if he does step in there? Yeah. Agreed. The only test for Devin is Shakur. Loma a G. Yeah, listen, Loma's time is really over. Said Loma don't fear nobody. I'm not saying he's scared of Devin, but I'm seeing doubts. If you go look at that fight and you see when Devin got in that ring, how much bigger Devin was and the way Loma looked at him, go look at that. Go look at that, John, and you'll see it. You'll see where when he says, hey, they asked him, they said, you know, you ready? Or whatever the commentator asked him. He said, yeah, I'm ready. He said, I need a little bit more time, but I'll be ready. He needed a little bit more time. What time to do what? What's the time you need? You had a tune-up. You said that's your opinion? Yeah, you're entitled to it. Loma fears nobody? Yeah. I'm not saying he's scared, but I'm saying it's a respect. You know what I'm saying? It's a respect, man. It's a healthy respect for somebody. You know, if you're not 100% on your A game, you're not jumping in there, and that means a little bit of doubt. That doesn't mean you're scared. It just means you got a little doubt, like, hey, I'm not 100%. I'm not ready for that challenge. That's what they're saying. He said JoJo decent, but he lacks power. I agree with that. But Devin put him all the way on ice. He said, I love Devin's skills, but I just think the right punch, he out. No, not even a hard punch. I like Tank or Rolly. So you think Tank or Rolly will knock him out? I don't know. You could be right. I like to see him in there because I like to see if his power is enough to hold them at bay. Because Devin has been holding everybody else back at bay. He really has. Everybody that say they're going to rush in on Devin, that they're going to do something to Devin, and he's pillow-fisted, he's like Floyd. I think them shots coming so crisp and hitting you. And you know what? The right shot doesn't have to be the hardest shot. Devin's angles and the way his punches coming in could be what's getting him respect from people. Because it don't take a lot to knock somebody out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I give Loma props if he fights that too. If he fights him too. Yep. So either way it goes, it's gonna be a good fight. Either way it go, I want to see it. Oh yeah, John. I'm Jay. No, it should be Scott Free 1111. Let me see. Let me make sure I got my own thing. Hey, C. Dewberry. Hey, is it? Does it say? I think it say Jay Brown, Jervis Brown. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Jay Brown. Yep. That's it. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you on the $10, man. Man, that keeps the channel growing, man. Everything helps, man. Appreciate that 10. Appreciate that, man. Goes a long way, man. I want to make sure I'm sending to the right person. Yeah, you did. You got me. You got me, man. You got me. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, John Blue said, C. Dewberry. All right. Yeah, Dewberry. Did Dewberry say he's out? Might have missed it. Yeah. Yeah, appreciate you, John, rolling up in here, man. Yeah. Man, hey, appreciate it. Hey, that's more than a couple of bucks, man. Hey, that helps. How do I feel about the Wilder Ruiz mandate? I like it. I like that, but I thought that last fight was the eliminator. Oh, okay. See, Dewberry said he's still here in the house. Okay. All right. See you, man. Hopefully you tune back in, man. We every night, weeknight, 10 p.m. So hopefully you come back, holler back at us, man. See you, John. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a high level chess match. Yeah, it definitely will be. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a definite chess match. It's gonna be a real good one. All right, Diana. Have a good night, young lady. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm going to be signing off here in just a second. Yeah, Mitch Hennessy, what's up? Yeah, Wilder KO'd him. I think Wilder will too. Lomo struggle against Ortiz. All right, see you tomorrow night, 10 p.m. We'll be on, man. We'll be definitely on, Diana. Get be ready to bring that heat like you always do. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm so happy they ordering all these fights. I'm cool with all of them. But what it does is it makes sure these cats ain't going to go out and go keep taking these. Either they're going to fight the big fight or they're going to have to fight the number 2 fight, which is still a good fight. So I think everybody's backing all these fighters into a corner now. I think they pissed off all the barbecue. Yeah, barbecue or mildew. But yeah, man, it's gonna be but I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be, I think with all these fights, I think right now it puts us all in a good position because now they're gonna be forced to fight each other. They're gonna mandate the fight, and guess what? You gotta fight the top dog. Because listen, Boots and Keith Thurman, they still top dog. So if Spence got to fight one of them or Ortiz, I'm with it. If Crawford's got to fight Ortiz, hey, it's better than fighting, what's the name? You know what I'm saying? He said, Ruiz got fast hands, but Wilder gonna sleep him. Yeah. Oh, Wilder, listen, that's gonna be a real good fight. But he can't go in there fighting Wilder like he fought King Kong Ortiz. Because Ortiz landed some real good punches. You know what I mean? And one of them punches from Wilder like that is going, what's the name? It's going to put him to sleep. Wilder will put him to sleep. Wilder's arms are long and he's tall too, man. It's going to be hard, man. But, hey, you know, it's going to be hard. Can't wait to see this one. Hey, Hey, Wilder still show he still got that power, man. I can't wait to see that one. Just like I can't wait to see the Plant in Benavidez. That's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a good fight. I want to see Benavidez is gonna walk him down. Hopefully, duck season is over. Brown Lumber 909. Yeah, hopefully duck season is over. We calling the end of duck season. Hopefully that shit is over. Hopefully. And I think the sanctioning bodies is gonna put everybody's back against the wall on that one. What Bud did cost him all money and held up all those fights. A lot of people lost a lot of money on that. They're not going to let that happen again. That won't happen again. And he's meeting the WBC, the WBA. They probably all talking to each other too and say, look, this is what we're going to start doing. Because like T-Word said that, you know, WBC, they might try to pull their rank over the IBF for that fight. I think that Spence might have to fight Staniosis. That's what I think. But what T-Word said, he thinks that it's going to be the Keith Thurman. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out real soon because they're going to order all these fights. So listen, they're not going to keep being able to walk away from that one. They got to go down to that one. They got to. That's got to go. That's got to go. It's going to be some real good fights coming up. And I think they're going to make up for it next year because everybody done lost some money on that and they got to get back. And since they got to get back, they're going to fight these guys and put these fights together. That's what I'm banking on. They said 2023 is going to be lit, and I hope so. And maybe 2022 at the end of the year, you never know. I wonder if Boots going to fight. I wonder who else is. Pitbull a real challenge? Yeah. Pitbull is definitely a real challenge. He is. Who do I think Boots is going to fight? I don't know. I'm all up in the air on that one. You know what I'm saying? I'm all up in the air on that one. I'm all up in there. I'm all up in there on that one. Because I was thinking, first I said, okay, he gonna probably get I thought they might try to get him to go fight. If Spence fought Crawford, they was gonna try to get him to fight Staniosis. Don't think he was gonna get to Keith Thurman. I don't know who Boots could fight. I don't know, but he said he had something good coming up. But you saw they try to push for him to become the IBF mandatory. Maybe Staniosis. Well, if he fights Staniosis, then that means Spence gonna have to fight Thurman. And if Spence fights Thurman, then he'll fight Staniosis. So either way, it's gonna be a good fight. Either way it go, we gonna get what we want. We're gonna get something. And I don't see Spence jumping down fighting the number 6 guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to fight that. Let me see something. Real quick. Just so I know where we at on this. Hold on. Let me see where we at. Here we are right here. Okay. So if Earl don't fight Staniosis, it's got to be Virgil Ortiz or Jaron Ennis. So I don't think it's going to be that. So that's the WBA. And then the WBC is going to be Keith Thurman, Virgil, or Jaron. So they got him backed in right there. And the IBF is Jaron Ennis. And Keith Thurman could possibly move up. So you got Jaron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz. So he's not going to go down and Connor Bean ain't in there no more. So it's got to be. It's got to be one of those. Says Staniosis is the WBA mandatory. Yep. Yeah, he's the WBA mandatory. He is. So, and on the IBF is Jaron Ennis. So, yeah. So he's petitioning that. Yeah, my bad. So, yeah, I misspoke on that. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be Staniosis. And then you got Keith Thurman, WBC. So, he's got to take one of those 2 guys. It's got to be one of those 2. Or Jaron Ennis. It's got to be one of those 3 guys. It's got to be. So either way it go, we're going to see a good fight. Keith is fighting somebody soon. I'm in Florida, and I hear he is currently in camp. Oh, okay, cool. It could be Spence. Everybody's saying it. So it's got to be that. So I guess he's getting a head start on it. So it's either going to be Keith Thurman, Virgil Ortiz, or Jaron Ennis. And then listen, It's gonna be like a little tournament. So he won't risk it fighting Boots. Yeah, I guess he might have to fight Thurman. Guess he might have to go take that fight. Said you like the Thurman fight, honestly? I like the Thurman fight too, to be honest. I do. I like that fight. I like that fight. And I like to see that fight. And to be honest, guys, this is the truth. I think Spence is better at beating Keith Thurman than Jaron Ennis. Because Keith Thurman is weak to the body. You know what I'm saying? And Thurman is just, I don't know. But Thurman is a lot smarter. Well, I ain't going to say he's a lot smarter than Ennis. I think he's a lot smarter than Ennis. I really do. But Ennis is a smart fighter. We all know that Thurman has a lot more ring experience. So, and it's a real beef there. And money to be made. Yeah. He'll make more money fighting Keith Thurman than he will Jaron Ennis. He really will. He really will. And if he stops Keith Thurman, that'll be amazing. You know what I mean? If he stops him. Keith has never been stopped. You know, well, he went down on the Manny fight, but that was more of a trip. Manny stepped on his foot as he was going back too, so, but it still counts. Spence is a body snatcher, yeah. But Thurman's probably working on that body though. You know what I mean? Hey, what did Thurman say? He said, man, for some reason that little spot right there can't take it, and Spence is gonna be all up in that spot. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a damn good fight. It's gonna be a damn good fight. We getting everything we wanted, guys. Everything we wanted. Because if Spence fights Keith Thurman, then Jaron Ennis got to fight probably Stanionis. Because Virgil Ortiz, they're not going to let, and Virgil Ortiz is going to go fight Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford. He's going to be mandated to fight that one. Or in the meantime, he can fight Boots. I mean, not fight Boots, but yeah. Keith fights Spence, Stanionis and Boots. Then who would Virgil fight? Who would Virgil fight next? Ugas. That'd be a good fight. Ugas and Ortiz. There you go. Listen to this, guys. I'll call it off again. Spence fight Thurman. Boots fights Stanionis. And Virgil Ortiz fights Ugas. That would be the fights. Ugas and Ortiz would be a damn good fight. Yeah, except for Bud. You know what I mean? Except for Bud. Thurman, tough for six rounds. He gasses out. Well, but Thurman came in really good shape this last time. He did. He came in really good shape. And then we ain't heard nothing from Thurman. And I think he was training up at Big Bear. Said you like those 3 fights? That'd be three great fights. Virgil is Crawford's mandatory fight. Yeah, he is. But right now, Crawford fighting somebody. You know what I'm saying? So Virgil should fight Ugas because Virgil needs a fight. And the winner of that fight Crawford. Let that be the mandatory. That would give us all what we want. It put Ugas back in it, and Ugas could fight Crawford. And that'll force Crawford to go fight Spence faster. But with PBC work with Golden Boy, PBC will let Ugas fight because Ugas ain't really got a belt. And Ugas is a really good fight. Virgil Ortiz ain't got a belt. That will be a really good fight. And Bud gonna fight the forklift operator. He said Bud gonna fight the forklift operator by my house. Yeah, at the Amazon. Bud gonna be fighting him at the Amazon talking about how good he is. Yeah. Or maybe another school teacher. Said Ugas would be a good step up for Virgil. Yes, it would be. Listen, if those 3 fights are made, it'd be perfect. He said Bud taking this fight and could fight EJ in April or May. Yeah, Bud gonna take this fight. Bud gonna take this what's name fight. And then yeah, he could be. But with them putting that out there, he's gonna have to be ready. Oh, they already announced it after Avocado fight. Yeah, they would. But we all know but see, this is the problem. If EJ is gonna fight, he's gonna have to fight like right now. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If he's gonna fight, he's gonna have to fight right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna have to happen. You know what I'm saying? is going to have to fight right now. Hey, hold on. Yeah, so it's going to be, I think that it had to happen right then and there. Yep. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right, here we go. Yeah, my bad on that. Yeah. This comment. Yeah. Spence versus Thurman needs to happen. Yeah, for real. Said Bud Mando. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hold on. Said Bud Mando is due in May. It'll be 18 months. Yep. But can they order him and make him fight that right off? Said Spence versus thing needs to happen for boxing regardless. Spence feels about Keith Thurman. I agree with it. He said Jay Jackson Spence won't have a choice if the WBC has their way. Nah, right. Because they'll strip him. And Spence really wants that he really wants that what's name fight. Spence wants that that Bud, that undisputed, because you don't want to come all this far and can't go back. You know what I mean? So he had to fight Thurman. Something he was wanting to do anyway. But if they force him to do it, what they're gonna do is pay him some good money. I think they pay Spence the right amount of money, he'll fight Thurman. I really do. And if they order, what is he gonna do? Move up? Why would you move up and fight Stretch Armstrong up there, dude 10 feet tall? Do you really want to fight that? When you can go ahead and fight Keith Thurman? No, he's the WBO super. They get 18 months instead of 12 months for Mandos. Okay. So if they order it, so that won't, so yeah, so it still gives Spence enough time to fight. Then they fight right around that time, right after that. So Spence got to get cooking real quick. I wonder if Spence will fight in January. If Spence fights in January or February, he can turn right around and fight in May. Right before it comes about. Said undisputed trumps Mando. Yep, it does. The problem is they let it trump it, and Bud pulled that bull. Bud switched on him, and they lost a lot of money with that, man. So, you know, they get ready, the sanctioning body's pissed about that, man. Do I think Earl gonna fight this year? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Because if he's in training camp right now, will he have enough time to fight December the 17th? Because he might fight with his boy, Frank Martin. He might fight on that one. So Ortiz would need to take the step aside money. They'll take that step aside money. Ortiz will take that step aside money. Golden Boy knows he ain't really ready for that Crawford. Said Spence probably out of shape. Nah, Spence been training. They showed Spence in the gym. Oh, he said he wasn't gonna fight this year anyway? I don't know. Well, the reason why he's not fighting Bud this year is because all right, Brown Lumber, appreciate you, man. Oh, okay. Catch the Lakers game, man. All right. Hopefully you come back in with us tomorrow night. We be in here cooking at 10. Yeah. Yeah, but Mitch, yeah, man. The thing is this is the thing. This is the thing. I know you saying that they weren't gonna fight this year anyway, but the reason why they weren't gonna fight Bud this year is because Bud's fight is a bigger fight, bigger magnitude fight that they need more time to promote. He don't need as much time to promote if he's gonna fight somebody like a lesser fighter. But if you're gonna fight Bud and you're gonna pay Bud all that money and it's gonna be that big of a fight, you want to go to about 4 or 5 cities. You can't do that in 6 weeks. All they had was 6 to 8 weeks time. You weren't gonna do all that. You need a good training camp and still have enough time to promote the fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason. He said even on that effed up audio, he was talking January. They were talking January because of the open venue dates were gone. Yeah. So if they don't fight in December, they fight right around January. It's a month later. So we still cool with it because if it's at the first of the year, bam. What Bud could have took that. Bud could have took that January fight. He said it was going to happen next year. He could have took the fight. He already agreed to everything that they said. He already agreed to it. He agreed to that. You know what I'm saying? So it was ready to rock and roll on that. Why the issues with the December fight? You talking about with Bud and them? Only reason why with Bud and them, you're gonna want to promote Bud fight a little more than you would want to promote the rest of them guys. You're gonna put a little bit more money on that Bud fight and a little bit more promotion. But if he can't fight, I just said December because it was the 17th. You know what I mean? And it was because Frank Martin was gonna be there and they booked it. But I don't know if that was gonna be good for that. But either way it goes, it's getting ready to come up. So Bud, after he fight Avocado, he got to be ready. So let me ask you this, Mitch. Do you think after Bud gets through fighting Avocado, he going to still keep the same agreement and go back in and want to fight Spence? He said they wasn't going to fight, though, till April or May, in my opinion, so they will have the promotion time. I think they was going to shoot for February, to be honest. I say they were going to probably shoot for February or April because that's where he fought. Yeah, no, February or March. I say he probably would have fought March. I say maybe February would have been a pretty good window for that. It depends when they had to fight, when they had the done deal. He said they had the February date reserved, but Bud wanted 2022 after dragging his feet. Absolutely. So you think Bud's gonna go in? So basically. Did you hear when Bud said they should negotiate this next contract out in public? Did you hear Bud say that on his Twitter? He's got it right there on his Twitter. But my point is, why would y'all need to go back to negotiation? Y'all already got a done deal. Answer that one for me, Mitch. Bud said on his Twitter, we should negotiate next time in front of the public. But you already agreed to all the terms. So what are you guys going to negotiate now? Shouldn't it be a done deal? Shouldn't they go with the contract that's at hand that Bud said he already done? Said Bud is out there to September. Yeah, Bud is. Not Bud, I mean Canelo. Canelo is out to September. But Canelo might fight in May. He had a hand surgery now, so by that time, Canelo should be good to fight in May. I don't think he should have to wait to September, but who knows? C. Dewberry said, right. Mitch said, yes. Okay, so if Bud talking about going back into negotiations, that's what Bud said on Twitter. That's a contradiction. Because if you say we got a done deal, go with the done deal. Don't go over there and do that. He said, 43 perfect golfer said, no, I don't think he's going to take that or tease or that fight. Yep. Or tease for the fight. T-Word said they made contact in May. Bud requested revisions until Alan Spence gave him all what he wanted in August. He didn't respond for 2 weeks. That's too late for the November fight. He said that was cap. Bud said all that. Let's do it in public mess to ignore Spence saying go ahead and post a contract if he's lying. Yep. He said, I don't think Bud going to take that Ortiz fight. Okay, cool. Well, if it's mandatory, but like we said, his mandatory won't be up because his last fight was Sean Porter. His last mandatory fight was Sean Porter. So Sean Porter would have been a year, and then you still got another few months after that year. So you got 18 months total. So they could, as long as he can see the books. Hey, they already agreed to all of that. So it's no need to even negotiate. They said they give him everything he wanted. And even that he said that they'll put the money in an account and won't get it out until that they do all that. They gave him access to the books and control over budget. They gave Bud everything he asked for. And Bud said that he gave them everything they asked for. He's taking a loss. How you taking a loss? Yeah, we got to fight them. But how you taking a loss? You got everything you asked for. They can't give out no money until you say you get to go over everything. He the head diva in charge. Bud is the head diva in charge on that thing. So how are you taking a loss? And to be honest, they forcing Bud to make more money. Because Bud telling man, I want this upfront money. You're going to make more money off the back end. He said, I don't think Bud is ever going to fight Spence. He said, Spence told us we would see who's holding up, and Bud does not want this fight. It's obvious. Zero guarantee is new to him. Oh, it is. It is. But Mitch, you got to think like this. It's new to him, but it's not new to the boxing game. He knows so many people in the boxing game. He knows so many lawyers. He knows how it works. All he's got to do is go get himself educated. That's all he's got to do. It's simple. You can't go in there and say everybody's out to get me. He said, T-Word said, they did, then Bud went to BLK to fight this year. You think they will make more than 25 each? Hell yeah, they might. The reason why I say they might, man, that's one of the big, if they promote it properly, they're going to make that money. Because everybody wants to, that's the biggest fight to be made. That is absolute biggest fight to be made in boxing. They probably will. That fight, I wouldn't put it past that fight grossing over 25 million. I mean, 50 million. Now, I'm not going to say they're going to do a Manny and Pacquiao. I'm not going to say they're going to do that, hundreds of millions of dollars, but I see that fight making more than 50 million. You know what I'm saying? I see that. Pay-per-views, merchandise, gates, part of ownership and the content. Yeah. With them pay-per-view numbers, man, they're going to make more than that. They're going to make more than that, man. Because to be honest, hell, all good fights that was up like that was doing it. Yeah, man, it could get to 100 million. It's going to definitely make 50. It's going to definitely make 50. If, let me say this, if Spence or Bud does not take a loss in this next fight, it will make that. It will make that. He said, I think zero guarantee would be better for a rematch similar to Wilder Fury. Now, but see, think about this, Mitch. Think about this. You always make more money off the back end. Think about it. No other fighter that makes a lot of money is asking for guaranteed money. None of them are. They all wanting that back end money because that's where it is. Why do you think Bob Arum is so quick to give Crawford upfront money? Because he gets all the back end money. That's where the money is to be made. And Crawford didn't know nothing about it. Wasn't even thinking about that. He thinking about what I get up front. You got to always think this, Mitch. No risk, no reward. High risk, high reward. It's all about how you promote it, how you go up to it, and everything that they do. You're going to make way more money off the back end. Said all the pundits have downplayed this fight. They did it first. But once that contract was signed, everybody was all in. T-Word said even at $400K pay-per-view and 45,000 attendance and off the back end, it's still close to 100 million when you add in advertising dollars after bills are paid. Yeah, it's going to gross that. And that's at, what is that? What is that? At what did you base that on? You base that on about $79 pay-per-view? Part of zero guarantee is because one promoter was involved. Yep. And then you think, like you said, Bob Arum, they going to get Bob Arum's share. 45K in Vegas. Where? Listen, Vegas and $80, you got it based on 79. Yeah, $80, yeah. And then you got the Staples Center and you got Vegas. Those two venues right there is going to give them enough room to make that kind of money. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, guys, we getting everything we want, man. But I'm going to roll on up out of here, guys. It's been fun tonight. We're going to get out of here and go get some sleep. Appreciate everybody. Man, hey, we all said what we said. We stand on all of that. That's straight up, no chaser. So until tomorrow night, make sure everybody hit the like button on the way out. So until tomorrow night, man, we are out. And please hit the like, subscribe, and share. Hey, all you guys in the chat, man, y'all have a good night, man. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow night, man. Peace. Peace, fam.